Lofoten, land of the midnight sun and a mecca for landscape photographers everywhere. I had never been, but I was invited to join some of the family on a trip and I jumped at the chance, even though it was to be midsummer and probably not ideal from a photography point of view. Lofoten is a series of islands linked by causeways, bridges and tunnels. It has towering mountains and stunning views back to the mainland of Norway. But in case getting some good photos was to be tricky, we thought we'd do a vlog of the trip, showing some of the beautiful landscape as we travelled around by train and car. And if any of the images were half decent, we'll let you see them. We had a few adventures along the way, doing several climbs in both sun and rain. We visited beaches and we even spotted some of the amazing local wildlife. No, not that.
Where are they? They're both together now. There you go.
Two eagles.
Two eagles on video.
We were very lucky in that as we were having lunch one day, stopped by the side of the road in a lay-by, a pod of killer whales swam by, literally just a few metres from the shore. Armed with GoPros, the family were tasked with getting some B-roll for the vlog. However, I'm not sure they took it completely seriously.
That was easy actually.
Wow.
Right, you try.
I did. Still rolling.
Time to get the tripod out. Really? Like that?
Well, welcome to Narvik in the Arctic Circle. I hope you can hear me above the noise of the river. I've come away from it a little bit just so hopefully the sound balances out a wee bit, but the first day in the Arctic Circle and it's warm, it's muggy, the sun's out, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm waiting on the rest of the family arriving. I think are about 12:30. First train comes in and I'll go and meet at least one of them, and Andrew arrives later on this evening at the airport. We need to go and collect him as well. In the meantime, I've come out for a walk and found a beautiful waterfall, a series of cascades. There's lots of wildflowers. I'm hoping I'm going to get a couple of nice photos of the waterfall, the cascade, even if I haven't got the tripod to help me. So, great start to the trip. Hopefully the weather keeps up like this. It's absolutely wonderful. You can see for miles and miles. Later that day, a few clouds rolled in and a passing rain shower provided a bit of interest in the far distance. I hoped for some varied conditions like this over the course of the week, but it wasn't to be. We had a couple of days of pretty much overcast skies, and then the rest of the week was just blue skies. Andrew arrived late at night after a delayed flight, and we all stayed up late to witness our first midnight sun and do a wee time lapse looking towards Lofoten, our destination the next day. And so the next day we had the long drive from Narvik to the heart of Lofoten, and we thought we'd share the magnificent scenery that we saw along the way, accompanied by the lovely Scandinavian music of Sandra Marteler, which we hope you enjoy. Just stopped at the first big town and we came to this location which is kind of somewhat unusual. This is where they dry off the cod heads, and if you do any research on Lofoten you'll see these big rigs at the side of the road in many places, but this is one famous spot, and there are just thousands, hundreds of thousands of dried cod heads hanging here. And they're just fascinating and a bit grotesque as well, but good fun to see if we can get any interesting photos out of it. Maybe not one for the website, but I just thought I would share this amazing, it's really a spectacle, with you before we get in the car and we head off to our Airbnb for the evening. Our base for the week was Ballstad, a working fishing town with an interesting harbour and probably the least touristy location we found on the entire trip. We were staying in a really basic cabin, a fisherman's hut, on stilts, over the water at the edge of the harbour. But it meant we could look out and watch the boats come in and out, watch the canoeists, the kayakers, and see people out enjoying the water 24 hours a day. Just disappears.
That's the thing.
A bit of a shame. So after a day in the hill, when we saw nothing from the top, but it was quite nice all the way up, we've come down to the beach. It's been another grey day. The cloud was supposed to clear, or at least part a little bit, but hasn't done it. So, but the tops of the hills are still shrouded, and we're just messing about the beach really, seeing if we can do a few long exposures, and yeah, they might end up as black and whites, don't know, but there's some nice rocks, some nice rock formations, and a bit of wave action as the tide comes in and out, so we'll see what we can get. This was a focus stack shot, a long exposure, the lack of much colour reflecting the dull, overcast day that it was. And so, after going to the most westerly point on the main road, we explored the lovely little town of O, and then we headed back the short distance to attempt a climb to a mountain viewpoint that hopefully would be a lot quieter than it was when we passed earlier in the day and when we couldn't even find a parking place to stop. To see if we made it, do look out for part 2 of the video, give us a like and a follow, and we will look out for you next time. Bye for now.